underestimate the beetle. They can be some of the toughest little guys around. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears, that's what. That's how it gets stronger. I think we can all learn something from that. Best flavor in the world? The sweet, sweet taste of victory. And that's why I've never spent a single more on any of my snacks. I've won them all, fair and square. That's right. Don't underestimate the beetle. They can be some of the toughest guys around. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears, that's what. That's how it gets stronger. I think we can all learn something from that. Arataki numero uno ito here in the flesh. Ah!
Testing, testing. Can you hear your beautiful voice? Testing.
Can you hear your beautiful?
That was so much faster than usual. It normally takes a bit for it to do that, but it just jumped right in. Holy crap. There was no delay. Absolutely none. I guess that means my internet's especially good today? Okay. What's up, Twitch? It's your Lord and Savior King D353 here. If you had another stream of Let's Play Genshin Impact. In the last stream of Genshin Impact, we did Malvika's character story. In today's stream, we bust out of jail because it's Ito's favorite time of year. The Beetle Battle Brawl event. This one actually isn't being hosted by Ito, but shut up, Ito was the most fitting character to use in the game. By the way, is this the, jail? I wanted to have Ito in a fitting spot, so I had him back here. But I have no clue if this is actually the jail or not. I think it is. Not like it really matters. So yeah, we have another Beetle event, this time being hosted by that one kid Ito befriended. I'm admittedly not a massive fan of the Beetle events, but they tend to have stories linked to them. I love Ito, and they tend to be the best time to see his character shine. And of course, they have Freemo gems, and everyone knows Freemo gems are best gems, because who doesn't like Freemo gems you don't have to pay for? So let me just do some quick daily chores, then we'll do our warm-up, and then we'll do beetle battling. Because warm-ups definitely have anything to do with beetle battling. Beetle battling definitely translates to regular fights, I assure you. Alright, Tubby, give me your stuff. Thank you. From one mythical creature to another. Alright, for today's warm-up, let's do one of the reputation bosses. I don't remember what I need more between the Nightwind and the Flower Feather clan. I'll just do the Flower Feather clan since I've already clicked on them. So I can say with certainty that Zhang Ling will be voiced at Lanternrite. I don't have that from the data mines or anything, but because she got whines about Lanyan. Fair enough. Actually, now I think about it, that's probably why Ito isn't the one in charge of this Beetle event. Because since the kid's voice actor is probably not part of the main cast's voice acting company, it's probably much easier to have the event revolve around him instead of Ito. Assuming Ito's on strike, because I don't know which voice actors are part of which company. Alright, what boss shall we warm up on? Hey, don't do that. Immune to Hydro, weak to Cryo. Or immune to Dendro, weak to Hydro. Let's go with you, because you'll be much faster to slaughter. I don't think the event is voiced at all. Wait, it isn't? Usually Beetle events are voiced. Oh god, don't tell me I chose something to record. It's gonna require me talking as every fucking character. I don't like talking as every character. Voice acting is hard, and I suck at it. Alright, there we go. All of Farina's friends left her for a second there. Hey, you're at max friendship now, right? Cool, you don't need to be on this team anymore, then. A was only here because for a while she was the only person I needed friendship points on. So I was using that team to do things to get her friendship points.
Your fate lie in my hands.
But now I no longer need her. Back to the actual best sub DPS for Nouvelette.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo it.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble.
That was so fast that could barely be considered a warm-up. Hey, but I went up in reputation level, so that's cool. Okay, let's go get my reward. That was so amazingly fast, maybe I'll do another warm-up. Screw it, let's just get this one over with. So immune to Hydro, weak to Cryo. So I'd want a Melt team, I guess? Because that means a Shatter team wouldn't work. I say a Shatter team, I don't think people tend to use Hydro for Shatter. I think that's a me thing specifically. But, like, of course I use Shatter. I like Eula. Speaking of Eula, what does Eula currently have on her team? Is she based on Electric currently? Yes, she is. That'll be fine then. Oh, alright, warm up round 2. Hopefully this opponent sucks a little bit less.
I summon
What's
thee.
up? Let's have some fun, shall we?
Wait, what?
Manifest!
Get out the water.
This rain of bullets!
Beg for mercy.
Rack and ruin! Rain of bullets! Crush!
Beg for mercy.
Eye for an eye!
That was easily the weirdest fight I've ever had. Alright, warm-ups are done. Back to the Arataki gang. I used to have Yao Yao here because she was technically a criminal, even by the worst means necessary. But I decided to replace her with Yanfei, since Ito considers Yanfei her savior. Her savior? His savior. I'm fairly certain Ito is a man. Oh my god, you're right. There is no story. It's just challenges. I've been working on a Shatter Bloom team off and on. It's been Kale, Fremine, Jinkyu, and Mona. It's a work in progress. I've never heard of Shatter Bloom as a team comp before. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I like any of Ito's ships. Not because I don't want Ito to have nice things. I just don't like the... Honestly, there's no way I can explain this without everybody hating me, so you know what, I'm not even gonna bother. I just don't like Ito's ships. Why is this not a story event? This has always been a story event! Whatever. I've already made the fucking stream. I can't go back on my word now. People think I'm doing a beatle event. I have to do the beatle event. Without a story, I have to actually do my own work and be entertaining on my own. Which we all know I'm not capable of doing. Yeah, no. I would have preferred the float button been X, so that is what I'm used to using to jump, but sure, attack button to float, why not? Head is its weak spot. Attacks from range by throwing stones. Swings a wooden stick to attack targets in the air. A simulated monster based on the Hilly Troll fighter. Its weak spot is its head. Perform a piercing strike on its head to deal greater damage. The opponent can throw rocks and attack from a distance, so be sure to dodge its wooden stick attack. Only hits airless targets. So you can evade it by sticking to the ground. Did he just no-sell my attack? I beat him even faster that time. Alright, flyers. How much did I get for that, by the way? 90 primo gems and then some money and shit. Alright. Head is the weak spot, launches bomb attacks by tossing slimes. Ignites wooden stick to do a special attack. A simulated monster based on the Hilly Troll Berserker. Its weak spot is the head. When it carries a slime and is preparing to attack by throwing it, the slime becomes another weak spot. Well. Alright, let's go, big guy. Imagine being someone whose life is at danger fighting a hilly churl, and then this man's here beating hilly churls with toys. I can only imagine what the Abyss sibling would be thinking if they saw this. The Abyss suddenly starts having an army of beetles. Uses various pyro attacks. Interrupt its chant to break its ward and weaken it. A powerful opponent based on the Pyro Abyss Mage. It's able to launch fireballs that move along the ground level, as well as fire off vertical pillars of flame. Be sure to avoid them. When the opponent is chanting in preparation to cast their spell, you can destroy the fireball to break their ward. In utmost might difficulty, only piercing strikes can destroy fireballs. I believe piercing strikes are perfectly timed ones? Oh, right. Oops. This is going by so quickly, I might just have to do the other story anyway. Sorry, I don't speak whatever the fuck that was. Okay, good. I actually killed him with that. Oh no, not the cryo! Oh, wait, it's okay. There's no Hydro Abyss Mage with him. We're good. This is gonna be preemptive. It's gonna be a prolonged warm up for Citlali's quest. I'm doing this too quickly. Maybe it's just move slower. Uses various cryo attacks, interrupt its chant to break its ward and weaken it. A powerful opponent based on the Cryo Abyss Mage. It's able to launch icy cones at the ground and aerial targets, as well as fire off vertical pillars of ice. Be sure to avoid them. When the opponent's chanting in preparation to cast their spell, you can destroy the ice ball to break their ward. And was might, only piercing will work. Okay. Good fight. Good fight, you weak shit. And finally, their god. Has its weak spots, and all-around opponent with fearsome attack enters an enhanced state. An incredibly aggressive opponent based on the Stonehide Lolachurl will increase the interruption resistance once its HP drops a certain amount and begins to fight by throwing Geoslimes. These Geoslimes are its weak spot, and in utmost amount of difficulty, only piercing strikes will have take effect against them. That was surprisingly easy. I thought you would be more terrifying. I mean, you're about to become more terrifying, but still. Found this out recently, though I can't remember where I saw this. Rukadevata's name from Ars Goeta is Dantali. What? Found this out recently, though I can't remember where I saw this. Rukadevata's name from the Ars Goeta is Dantalion. I'm sorry, I'm too stupid to know what that last bit means. I don't know what the Ars Gotea is. Nor do I know the meaning behind the name Dantalion. I'll probably get an answer after I'm done beating the ass of this Stone Lolachurl. Assuming I can beat the ass of the Stone Lolachurl. Okay. You know, it's kind of funny. This is both my favorite and my least favorite beetle battle challenge. It is my favorite because fighting those enemies was actually a lot more fun than fighting beetles. Like, genuinely, I liked fighting those enemies way more than I liked fighting other beetles. The battles were just a bit more interesting without being too absurdly difficult. However, there's no story! And that angers me greatly. What's up, Amarazan? I got screwed over today. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I didn't get screwed over. I was doing a beetle event today, which normally are story events. But for some reason, this time around, there was no story. So I set up my stream around a set of small challenges. Small challenges that in less than an hour, I've already done all of. So now I either have to... It's been 30 minutes! So now I've had to end the stream early or do something else entirely. What would you guys rather I do? Would you rather I take part in this Emblem of Steadfast Valor event, which I'm 99.9% sure isn't done yet, so I'll probably only have like 2 challenges in it? Or would you prefer I do, Citlali's World Quest? Or I could just do some straight up exploration as well. That's also an option. So yeah, your options are Emblem of Steadfast Valor, Exploration and Chats, or Citlali's Quest. What would you guys prefer? While I wait for everyone to give their answers, I'll read everything I missed. Found out... Yeah, I already read that one. All the Archons have names that pull from that. Ventis is Barbados, Zhongli is Morax, etc. It owes to how the Archons in the original Chinese are demon gods. Ah, I didn't know what the name of the source for that was. So that's where the demon names come from, got it. Some thematic stuff. You want Citlali's Tribal Chronicle? Yeah, you want Citlali's Tribal Chronicle, okay. The other reason that I'm mad about this not having a story isn't even because of the lack of the story, but it's because whenever I tell people what I'm streaming, part of the reason they would come is if the thing that I mentioned in the announcement interests them. Citlali's Tribal Chronicle is something that would pull people in. So the fact that I announced it as this crap instead means less people are gonna want to come to this stream. Alright, first let's switch over to a more Citlali-centric team. How can you look so angry while cuddling a pillow? Please, Citlali, chill. Let me change the stream's name to try to salvage anybody who happens to see my stream. Be right back. Don't worry, I'm not actually leaving. I'm just changing the stream's name. Citlali.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Alright, Citlali Tribal Chronicle. Done. Name is changed.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Alright. Natlan. So, interesting thing, I thought my internet sped up because I've been getting feedback from my stream faster than usual. But I noticed Amarazan's answers were a lot slower than Pikatwig's. So that implies that either they're busy, or they have more leniency on their computer than Pikatwig and I do. So, I wonder what decides Twitch's leniency. Is it based on the streamer, or is it based on the receiver? I took longer to reply. I was just thinking. Fair enough. I wonder if anyone who saw the announcements is gonna feel screwed over. Like, he's just doing that event. I don't care then. Looks at my YouTube channel later. What the fuck do you mean you did Citlali story? Oh, it served them right. They should come to all my streams. Never miss a stream. Ever. I don't care if your grandma died. Okay, if it isn't obvious this is a joke, this is a fucking joke. Is it below here? Flower. Hello, random enemy.
Take a deep breath and grit your teeth.
Farewell.
Girly said, alright, you about to get fucked.
All ice on you. Try and stop me.
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Fulfill our pact. Not you two. Time to strike a pose.
Was there ever an explanation as to why these enemies in Natlan attack us? Because these are just members of the tribe, right? Why are members of the tribe just jumping me for no reason? Okay, seriously, where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Hip.
Hey, don't do that, butt. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Hip. Let's ride.
There we go.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here?
Funny thing about Citlali and Star Rail's mascot character are voiced by the same person. Both characters have pink hair, blue highlights in their design, and are ice elemental users and employ shields. The only difference is Citlali's a grumpy bitch and March is a photography-obsessed ditz. Actually, I don't know if March is a ditz. I don't know a lot about her. I never really played Star Rail. Ah, so the people attacking me in the wild are people who left the tribes. Interesting.
That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
Honestly, of all the nations the Fatui are in, I think Natlan is the one nation where I am not concerned to see them at all. Like, this is the one nation where I completely and utterly trust the Fatui.
Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes. Still, once a Fatoo's always a Fatoo's. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
Paimon, let's try not to be racist. Or nationalist? No, I'm sticking with racist. I know a nation isn't a race, but nationalist more so focuses on thinking highly of your own nation than thinking lowly of other nations. So I'm gonna go with racist. Alright, so March is in fact a dit, and she is smarter than Paimon. That says more about Paimon, because Paimon's a fucking moron. Paimon, remember Linny Linnet and Fermine, they're Fatus. I'm still annoyed at them for hiding that from us, but I get it. The truth of the Battle of Seven Colors. My money's on the color red. Red is a baller-ass color. The only color that can match up to it is pink.
What are you guys doing here?
That's a rude way to address someone. How about hi? How are you doing? Are you having a nice day? Side note, chat, are you having a nice day? Wait, it's midnight. Are you having a nice night? I hope you're all having a nice night. I hope your days went well.
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
Bitch, your greeting was, what are you doing here? What do you mean, what's with the attitude? What's with your attitude?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
Nah, it's fine. We were kind of assholes too. Paimon needs to learn how to address people, like seriously. I get it, we don't like the Fatui. I don't like them either. I still haven't forgiven them for Tepe. Yes, I care about Tepe, judge me if you want, I'll fight you later. But like, Paimon, that was on you. We took no offense, sir.
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait, you must be the Traveler and his fairy companion.
I forgot Yoimiya's father even had a voice actor. Oh, and for anybody watching this on YouTube wondering, wait, what are you reacting to? Apparently Yoimiya's father and the captain share the same voice actor. I need to figure out how to get the whole text on screen thing to work. I tried to get the chat showing up on stream thing to work, but I could never figure it out. I need to get that done so people can actually know what the hell you guys are saying to me.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, Traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Shouldn't hear if we were here for a Citlali quest, not for a Fontainian and Fatui quest. Well, if the pay's good.
Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right?
Yeah.
I need her help with something.
Yeah, the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
With her personality, pretty slim. Well, that's why he's asking us. He probably knows that Citlali is wet for us.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
So we're being hired to hire somebody else.
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Why do you need her help?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Nice to meet you, Ollie.
Like most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
I have no fucking clue who that is, but, sure, she worked with colors, right? Yeah, I definitely remember this.
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of 7 Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
You know, if not for the fact that the people of the Nightwind had the ability to create physical objects in real life from drawings, I'd call the greatest bullshit of all from this, but I guess that's what she did? Although I can't imagine someone creating an entire fucking maze, because the biggest thing we've been able to make so far has been a war balloon.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market.
Wait, actually, another thought. Why did the color matter? All she needed to do was make a maze, right? Couldn't she have made a maze with any color? Why did creating a new color be a requirement to change the land? If anybody knows enough about the lore to explain that to me, it will be greatly appreciated.
When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all.
Alright, not the answer I wanted, but still something. Speaking of books about the nations, we haven't gotten a new travel guide from Alice since Inazuma. Wonder when she'll get around to making more. Honestly, I forgot we've been updating the travel guide.
Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Allier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
I mean, clearly your better way is convoluted and requires making somebody who would hate your guts work for you. Just let him research the damn scrolls.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors.
Oh, it's only over
If she agrees
200?
to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
God damn it, my dude. How much money do you have to throw at this?
Don't want to help you.
We actually should go ask her, Paimon. We still have a duty to fulfill, after all.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing.
I don't remember what duty the chief gave
The
us.
Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
You know, now that I think about it, if Citlali became the next Pyro Archon, we wouldn't have to deal with the whole replacing a Pyro Archon every human lifespan anymore. Wavika should really work on convincing Citlali to take that seat.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light full throttle.
I didn't realize that would make her stop talking.
Let's ride.
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it?
That's the
I
point.
hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Allier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Oh, let the little nerd copy the shit down. It's not like he's needed for this.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
Hey, Citlali, baby, let me holler at you.
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something. Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you home?
Why would she be more likely to respond to easily? The door is thrown open and you're met with the something.
If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Oh, I never realized I could do that to see the black screens I always miss too. Noted. And she is in fact hungover. God damn it, Citlali, stop being a drunkard. So Citlali's a real hermit, huh?
Traveler!
Sup? The door closes abruptly. Sounds like some speed cleaning's going on.
We came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
How would she react if I left? Would she like be heartbroken? Can only imagine what would happen if she went to Mondstadt's. Oh gods. Oh, I want to see her and Venti have a... Actually, no. A drink-off between them would be worthless. Because while they both love to drink, neither of them are especially good at holding their liquor. It would just be both of them getting wiped out. Her and Venti would get along, though, once they got some alcohol in them. Before the alcohol, Citlali would hate his guts. But after the alcohol, best friends.
Citlali lives.
Is this really the first time we've been in her house? Oh, hey, look, it's her pillow. I wish I could control the camera to see the other spots in the house.
Just didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
Fine, I will complain. Stop being such a slob. Someone your age should be much more responsible.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists.
You're not the protagonist, you're the side character.
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
You're a hermit. What even is that?
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
No, we can't read your mind.
It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
That's not why you care.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
Because you can read minds! The fuck are we supposed to do about that?
What?
Oh, she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above the superficial rules of social etiquette. I love the sass! I love it! God, this autoplay is moving real slow today. And if you're wondering, why are you just pressing A?
Still hear you, you know.
Good. I refuse to say that. Good. I want you to hear me. Also, if anyone's wondering why I'm not pressing A during the autoplay, because in the past, we've seen some funny shit from the autoplay fucking up. So, I ain't touching the A button. Everything's gotta be autoplayed.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz.
Yeah, that's because I'm special. Also, now I think about it, if you were a smarter and less abrasive person, you would be able to make really good use of reading my mind. You clearly want that traveler dick, just like a lot of people in this world. You could just use the fact that you hear my thoughts to make me like you more. You're not very smart, are you?
Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
For you.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
For us, at least. Our pay's getting quadrupled. I don't know about yours.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
Hey, keep in mind, more pay means you can get more romance novels.
She sure doesn't look busy. I knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request came from me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
Oh yeah, I remember now. That fucking giant Michael Jordan looking motherfucker wanted us to discover the extra color and then paint a scroll of the history. He also wanted us to, he was also suspicious of the Kukasor that chooses the chosen ones.
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that.
Wow, they did a really bad job of the autoplay this time around. It's not even funny pauses, it's just pauses. If you're gonna pause so much, at least have a fuck up again. Alright, fine. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have it on auto.
But with Chef Biram's help,
I'm sorry,
we
I'm
managed to
stupid.
make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll
I'm a
is
dumbass.
a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too. She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain this clearly?
Found this out. The Tribal Chronicles won't kidnap you when you approach the Masses of the Night Wind if you haven't done Natlan's Archon quest. Interesting. Hey, who the fuck said you could minimize? Get back here, I need to see chat.
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
This isn't a book. Citlali's being a Chinubu now.
I need to think about it.
Alright. Hey, for the record, I'd find you really fucking cute if you helped. Just saying.
And there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
Well, that's not gonna help things.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
Oh god! Someone's about to get their ass kicked.
Citlali.
Citlali, please don't kill them! Citlali suddenly walks out and you rush after her. Don't murder them!
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
I kind of want to see how he...
Shaman who's been alive for centuries?
But
you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire. So difficult to restrain sometimes.
I kind of want to see how Grudok would stand against her. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I know Citlali would win. I just want to know if Grudok would put up a fight. Also, this man realized how hot Citlali is. Yes, my friend, she is quite the looker.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
I want to see that fight.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
She's so
Do you
pissed.
have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Girl really just hang out to threaten them. Oh,
Traveler,
God.
we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
You'll be helping me fulfill my duty, and it would mean a lot to your tribe.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
Thanks, Bae.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Ouch.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway. Alright, I'm calling it now. If she gets offended by this, she officially has the hots for Traveler.
Who are you calling heartless?
We just said we didn't take you for heartless.
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler.
I thought she was going to get stuck up on the friend thing. So I guess she's not obviously in love with us, just slightly implied to be.
So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no.
Helpful.
I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Fair enough.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
I'll answer you in a second. I have more important things to look at, like my chat. The fact that nobody even seems to react to the fact that Citlali is responding to the Traveler, not saying anything, is the biggest missed joke of this entire thing. Nobody even asks, why did you say that to her? It would have been so funny to see how the Traveler and Paimon would have tried to explain it. I feel like the reason they're not saying that is because Citlali is terrifying. If somebody was able to kick your ass 10 ways to Sunday, and known as the most important person in her nation, was just talking to herself, you would not be dumb enough to ask, why are you saying that? You would just be like, sure, I'ma let them ball. None of my business. Sounds good. Wait, why are we at the Paimon barrier? Citlali's house is on the Paimon barrier. Imagine Citlali trying to go home and Paimon's like, hold on, let's explore that area later. Just pushes her out of her front door.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
Nah, what made you think that?
7 colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Moluso said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitziling tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research.
I find that statement hilarious because I made a similar mistake in elementary school. The closest thing to a childhood friend I had was one girl named Ianthea that I just happened to be friends with in elementary, middle, and high school, and then we lost contact entirely. In elementary school, I mistook her arch enemy for her best friend. Because I'm a dumbass that can't read social cues. It has nothing to do with what's happening here. I just find it super funny that that guy made the same mistake that I made. He must be a moron just like I was. What was your name? Montlawson? Congratulations, Montlawson. You have about as few brain cells as I do.
Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Huitziling's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Wait, what?
Of course, none of them ever succeeded.
So no one passed her school?
So, after Wheatsealing's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary change.
As my rival, Wheatsealing only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of 7 Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So Citlali's doing all this for me? She can still read our mind, traveler.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
Citlali! Stop being tsundere! You are shooting yourself in the foot! Just let us be happy you're doing something for us! A great shaman should be a bit more organized at home. Oh, God!
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
A lot, actually. ...
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Can she read Paimon's mind, too?
But we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Yes, do my bidding, waifu.
Of course the Battle of 7 Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheatsealing used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Wheatsealing was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find...
These arguments
Whoops.
are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Wheatsealing was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
You have 2 celebrities with you, you're fine.
The Obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheatsealing's students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them.
You gotta be so
If
mean
I
about
show up
it.
without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
So it has to be me and Paimon then. Run for dear life? It's like Citlali, some kind of tyrant. Are you just doing this on purpose, or do you keep forgetting she can read your mind?
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away. Better to fend off a tyrant than the hero of Natlan.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
I'm still annoyed I've never gotten to see Citlali fight.
Wait for us here.
I want to see what Citlali's strength is. And no, playing as her doesn't count. I want to see a cutscene of her showing off what the hell she can do. Where am I going? I can't see the red mark. Is it beneath me? No.
Gotta pick the right location.
Yes, it's beneath me.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Wow, she's right. They are scared shitless of her. Why are you guys so terrified of her? Yeah, I get it. She whooped your ass, but you started the fight. It's not like she goes out of her way to beat you.
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
That is something to be admired, actually. It shows that he doesn't give up. Dude has balls, and I respect that.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Sure.
Didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
Guys, calm the fuck down!
We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Wheat Zealing.
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
Yes. She beat them in a duel. So what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect. Okay, you're just kissing her ass now.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head.
Yes. Yes, I fucking can.
I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
I do. He had the same thing I said.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, We're not going down without a fight.
That's not what we're here for!
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think. Also, I hear a Kukasaur. Hello, Tiapo.
Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
It still means obsidian. So she's Granny Obsidian. Granny Black.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
They were beaten out of them.
But Chief...
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel.
I'm sorry, didn't you say you were suspicious of him before?
So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Oh, and if anyone watching's wondering, wait, when did he say that? He says that in part 1 of the Tribal Chronicles.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Probably helps that they were never scarred by Eatsley.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
Indeedly doodly.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Is he her Saurian?
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
Just pet him.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Witzilin's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitzilin were close.
But she only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
No.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw?
What, is he gonna fight her now? Is he gonna fight her?
I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
What just happened? Talk to who? Ah.
Rev the engines!
hey there, Chief Biram.
Hello, Bjarm. Hello, Brian.
We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Eatsterly promised to help.
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Yeah, sadly you weren't attractive or main character enough.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe.
The fuck was that?
I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsterly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe Citlali's worried she looks old?
No, that's not it.
Oh, God. Oh, oops. Paimon's finally reacting to it.
Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then.
Oh, there we go. Someone reacted to Citlali talking to my mind. Paimon did. Excuse me.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
No.
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified.
Ouch!
But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you are rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Oof.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Calm down, woman.
Objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
Gah, what's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Citlali's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy.
So you have to find her other students?
I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Citlali's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
You're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Okay. So I just have to go above ground. You recount everything you've learned to the group.
The legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation.
Must you be so rude, Citlali?
And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right?
I
You
did.
thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation can help you too, Citlali. Please, help me get paid.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with that name's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
Alright, where are you, shaman family? Surprisingly close, it seems. Like, real surprisingly close, the hell?
Hello, are you Aisha Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Citlali, I beg of you, stop torturing the people you beat in fights!
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Goddamn. I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares. Time to get yelled at again.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Citlali, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Citlali didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Citlali was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Citlali would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Citlali's most gifted students.
Already did that.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Citlali's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't notice the dialogue. How so?
Well, it's Citlali's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Eshemin?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Whitzelin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
Nod.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek Cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Wheat Ceiling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Ah, save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Just accept the gifts, Citlali. You earned it.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
No guarantee
Sorry,
you can get that.
I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
Girl, he works on history novels, not on fucking animation. Why do you have your volume on? Your volume was nuked before. Why are you on? Stop that. Keep this bit in mind. Is Pikachu typing more? Or was I supposed to keep the obsidian thing in mind? Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to keep this conversation in mind. The fact that he doesn't know the name of these books. So this isn't a case of him working in another genre. He's lying to us about being a publisher. Okay.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Amateur.
Just leave the books to me. Don't forget about our pay, though.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time.
How the hell are we gonna get Yae to give us those
battle
books?
right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight.
No, you don't.
Expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Let's break for the day and meet up tomorrow. The battlefield's not going anywhere.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
Nothing wrong with hard working. What do you think, Citlali?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Yes.
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
In other words, he wants to sleep in. My guess, that just wants to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
Honestly, I would judge her, but based off the thing with
As Miss
Movuika,
Citlali
I guess that's the
instructed,
truth.
Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
She's actually really nice. She's just awkward in social situations.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Probably because we never challenged her to a fight. Then again, I'm pretty sure we'd beat her.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Want to grab a meal? My treat. Think of it as a thank you for today.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
I said something to eat, you alcoholic!
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
Yeah, getting wasted and reading a book, probably.
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Gotta pick the right location.
Okay, where are we going? There.
Let's ride. Hip. Hup. Hip. Hup. Let's ride.
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
Citlali leads you to a hot air balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great. The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
God damn. She's just chugging it down! Shit!
Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it, right?
This really is a one-of-a-kind view. This must be why Citlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
Is she gonna kiss us? Oh.
Please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Kiss!
What about now?
I think I heard something. Sound like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Citlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you.
Her nervousness sounds like she's drunk.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Yep, she's getting wasted.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just, I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
But why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I feel like if not for the strike, this would be voiced out. Sadly, I am not nearly as good as Afer's voice actor, but I'll try to give this the gravity it deserves. I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they'll never truly die. Instead, they'll live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there is always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. The girl really ruined the moment by just drinking.
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
I guess Rikudavata does make sense. I thought we were gonna reference Tepe, honestly. When he said she, I was like, alright, is he talking about Lumine? But no, Rikudavata does make the most sense.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said.
Will you remember it tomorrow?
Think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
That's fine. She can't drink anymore if she's asleep.
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Bitch, we are not letting you drink and float, glide. We're not letting you go home alone.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone.
You're not even walking!
Need some time to think.
Is she drinking more? God damn it, woman. Oh no, she definitely needs us to worry about her, but she has always been like this. I'm curious, does she have the cup in the animation as well? No, in the animation she has her hand on her chin. So the cup was unique. Maybe the cup is part of her idol animation? Sorry, give me a second to be stupid and waste your time. I want to see if the cup's part of her idol animation. Because Genshin doesn't normally make new animations for story stuff. They tend to just reuse the same animations over and over again. I wish there was a way to trigger animations. Yeah, it's just her idol animation moving down. One sip. One sip got her drunk. What's wrong with you? Girl took one sip and is like, I'm loopy. Alright. Between 11 and 13.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
I'm surprised there's no books I can steal from here. I feel like her air fortress would have been a perfect place to put a collectible book.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Ahem.
Citlali!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
Bullshit!
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something.
What's up?
The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Wait, did his Fatui guards change?
I'll confirm the location myself.
His Fatui guards changed. The main guard is the same, but the others changed. Why is that? Ooh, a challenge. I'm gonna do this while I'm here so I don't have to find it again later. Oh, that was a failure. That was a massive failure. Let's try this again. How am I supposed to do this?
Let's ride.
Oh, not that. Let's abandon and try again. Oh, oops.
Let's ride.
Steady now.
Tell me what you see.
Full throttle. Incinerate.
I just want to do a challenge and I ended up committing mass murder. Alright, let's try this again, I guess. Where is the challenge? Here is the challenge. There's a wind tunnel here. Is that what I'm supposed to use? No, it's not. Maybe it is? I don't know.
Coming.
The wind tunnel's gone.
Let's ride.
Where's the next set of thingies? There it is. But it's already too late. You know what? Fuck it. I give up. I have no clue how I'm even gonna do that in the future.
This should be it.
If any of you end up doing that puzzle in the future, let me know how the hell I'm supposed to do it.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
Let's go. Alright, they said they want Animo as well. So let's add Shuyu to the team.
So sleepy.
We'll get Citlali automatically because it's her character demo story, so she'll just join the team. And my Citlali isn't exactly well built anyway, so the trial Citlali will actually be better than mine. It'll probably have worse, artifacts, but a better weapon and a better kit.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, Shall we continue?
Full throttle!
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases. You got it.
Suspicious.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Before we do keep going...
Rev the engines!
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Citlali might have used.
Wait, why are the still same guards there? I thought he sent them off somewhere else.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find. Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the sphere down and see what happens.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Them legs, though. Actually. Hey, it's Citlali. Don't mind me. Ah, damn! She's wearing a fucking G-string! Or nothing! I can't tell if that's a tribal tattoo. Or a panty line. Either way, goddamn, Citlali.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same. Correct?
What?
Citlali?
What?
Oh! Is this a similar, type of magic to the magic used in, that one book? I don't remember the name of the book, but the book world we entered. The one with Durandal and the Block People. The book where that one member of the Hetson Circle was able to not only make a story, but to leave her memory in the book to talk to people when a cat appeared. Yeah, I think we've seen this exact spell used before in that one temporary event.
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
She seems like a sweetheart. You should be more like her, Citlali. Well, I guess I can't call her a sweetheart, because part of her test was having people fight you, which is cruel and unusual.
Return to the skies!
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Incinerate!
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze.
Oh, what?
I'm guessing the purpose is...
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. Show no mercy! Suffer their wrath!
I'm out of here.
Rev the engines!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters,
Whoa.
Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
I almost died. Nope!
switch made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Is it time for you to betray
Perhaps
us?
I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Look, I get it's cool that they had that little hint that he wasn't what he said he was. But someone that makes history books isn't gonna know about fucking manga. That is such a stupid hint. I guarantee you, if I found someone that made a book for college students and asked, hey, what do you know about fucking Danganronpa? Or, why did Danganronpa the first anime that came to mind? Or Dandadan, they're gonna be like, the fuck are you on about? What is this shit? Even if we went for something more well-known like Dragon Ball, they'd be like, what, you mean that cartoon or some shit?
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Pretending to be a book merchant, pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes, was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat. But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
How so?
We received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
What false claims?
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
You know, while that is a fair point, I feel like if the dye has only been replicated in an ancient land that no one is allowed to enter, that's still pretty fucking miraculous and worth being kept in the paper.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelet.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell.
Dude, you just shot yourself in the foot. This is miraculous even in Natlan. Only one person has ever been able to create this. Dumbass.
I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
He was lying.
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Teyvat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you're talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
The reason is that Lolly's annoyed by you, and I just do right for no fucking reason, other than because I can. Also, I'm kind of a judgmental asshole. Aether judges people a lot when he ain't exactly clean himself.
Shows what you know.
Since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Citlali. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of 7 Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson, and make it stick.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain. You actually bought that? United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning!
This doesn't change anything, Paimon. Just one more guy to beat up.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Yes, you do.
Hey, free. Time to say hello.
Time to shine! You two! Time to end them! Rev the engines! Pyroclastic surge!
My work finished.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Citlali. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
Dude, I didn't even remember hitting Grudok.
Not good.
I only remembered hitting his
More
minions.
trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause. You! The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed.
Did we find a way to stop that?
Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
Well, shit.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
Oh, she can fight hand to hand? What?
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
You're not about to commit suicide, are you?
Wait, don't!
Did we just get trapped in the maze?
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
We need to find Citlali. She's probably around here too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Citlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I saw the special color. It seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There's no time to think about it.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
Oh,
There's no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time.
Hello, Akari.
Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Sorry for reading your name wrong. My phone is cracked at the bottom left, so your name was kind of covered by the crack. It was very difficult to read.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Yes.
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer.
Huh, you left with
Your
W's.
special technique.
Are you Japanese?
You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
Hey, she's growing! I have to find her.
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Alright, sorry for going quiet on everybody in the chat. I guess at the moment the only person in the chat's Akira. Sorry for going quiet on you rather than responding to things you've been saying. The conversation the characters were having was very confusing to me. So trying to pay attention to the story and reading your stuff at the same time was a bit too much. I had to focus on the scene to understand what the hell was happening. So you just learn Japanese and thus do the W thing. Got it.
Wheat ceiling.
Citlali!
Sup, lollipop?
Come on, Traveler.
We finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
Well, damn. Shouldn't we go out for dinner first or something? I mean, should we really be holding hands in front of the fans? I mean... No, I shouldn't say shit like that. I'm not say-so. I should not be making holding hand jokes. I am way too corrupt to be making jokes like that. By the way, if it wasn't obvious, Akira, you came in at the end of a story, so... I do apologize if you feel like you don't know what the fuck's going on. You wish you learned Japanese, you just know that thing. Ah, okay.
Man, that place was so...
Fuck!
We made it out just in time!
Apparently! Did the others make it out in time, too?
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
They probably died.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us.
Okay, yeah, they died. Fuck.
The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
Well, damn.
Still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians?
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello.
Alright, so he lived at least.
Quick, restrain him!
He didn't do anything!
I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
Aw. He didn't do anything wrong,
I
though.
understand.
Leave him
I'm
alone.
not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
Oh, she can catch up. She's bullshit.
Way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Poor guy, he could have been one of the few people to actually get away with the crimes. But nah, Genshin won't allow that. Wait, why do the Antichosaurs care?
And a group of Ictomisaurs. They caught Montluçon.
How and why?
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion.
Oh, that's how and why.
For that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance. No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most.
And what scares him most is being poor?
It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right.
I feel like mentally scarring someone's a bit much. We can just put him in a jail cell. Let's not leave scars, please.
I know. It was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Give him head pats.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Don't worry, Wheatfeeling's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house.
Okay.
Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
So, Akira, you said you were wanting to return to Genshin because Citlali. So I'm curious. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Citlali and how she was quote-unquote waifu-fied and her character ruined. What are your thoughts on that? Do you still like Citlali despite the fact that she has a crush on Traveler? Or do you also think that Citlali's character has been ruined? Give me your thoughts. While you give me your thoughts, I'm gonna get some extra dialogue. Where are you guys?
My bank balance.
Yeah, it was some pretty worthless extra dialogue. Look at this man T-posing on him. Asserting dominance. Alright, let's go to the next location. And then I'll read chat. She looks nice cause pink, so... In other words, you don't give a flying fuck. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, a lot of people think her character was ruined because she has a crush on the Traveler now. Personally, I think that argument's stupid.
Time to go.
More words. You can like whatever.
Now,
it's fine.
when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Wheatfeeling's technique, your participation is critical.
Okay.
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
So, a dumb thoughts, because most of my thoughts are dumb. I remember in Citlali's, story thing, the, trailer that was supposed to be about her character released by Hoyoverse. It was about a little girl that challenged her over and over again to the point that Citlali was forced to care about her. And then the little girl disappeared until she became an old lady. Was that little girl / old lady who it's this chick? I can't tell for sure because all the old lady models look the same, and their voices weren't unique enough for me to tell for sure. Which is why I'm asking you guys: was that girl in Citlali's character demo? Was that her? If that was her, Citlali should have already known they were friends. I don't know why she was unsure that they had a bond.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
'Cause they're pretty?
Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
Personally, I would have done both, but I'm not her.
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
What, just this once? I understand now, Wheat Zealine. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler,
Why the fuck did
Paimon,
I do
come
that?
with me.
Yes, mommy. I mean, ma'am. Claw helps you bring the woven scroll outside. The hell is that?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you would understand.
So I have thoughts on what I just saw. Other than the obvious, that was beautiful. It was so well made. Alright, now I'm done sucking off Hoyo versus Dick. It's cool that they, referenced all of the, different tribes, except, they never did a reference to Ion-san's tribe, the Collection of Plenty. We had references first to the Flower Feather, then to the, Children of the Canopy, then to the People of the Springs, then to the Children of Echoes, and then finally to the Night Shroud Kingdom. She didn't make any representation of the Collection of Plenty, which I get why. We don't have that place yet, but it still feels really weird that they got excluded from that. It feels incomplete. But secondly, that's why Citlali was linked to our mind all this time. That's actually really interesting. So Citlali being linked to our mind wasn't just a fun thing, it was kind of foreshadowing, because we didn't make the painting. Citlali made the painting. But Citlali painted something she wasn't there for. Only we and Mavwika were there for that fight. So she painted it using the memories that she could read in our head. That's really cool and clever. So yeah, I wish they included the Collection of Plenty, and kinda cool that her reading our minds actually mattered. Kinda shitty that we didn't make it ourselves, because everybody said we were gonna make it ourselves, but I guess there's no way we made it ourselves, because our memory? I don't know.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
Remember? The gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean... You're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Oh, so she would always tell, well, not tell the person that did it how to do it. She would just straight up paint it for whoever was destined to do it. This is so stupid. Why did the elder bat thing need to appoint other people to do it if Citlali was the one doing it all this time? Hell, it especially should have seen through her illusions, so it should have known Citlali was capable of this. Anyway, why didn't you not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Yeah, I don't like people.
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Don't teach me. I'm not staying in this world long enough, but yes, I can.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Citlali died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you? Aw, that's sweet. Okay, that explains it.
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point.
Until now! Claw got you a best friend and possible husbando. Nice job, Claw. You're the ultimate wingman.
This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Cute. What is it?
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head.
A terrifying memory.
You have a long lifespan. You're the perfect candidate to bear this memory, and carry my color in your mind.
Does that mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
I feel like she made it official of me, not you, Paimon.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around.
There's
no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
No, it's fine. You can read my mind.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories.
Noted. I think I want to keep that to myself, though.
After everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Nani?
I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
I guess we're stuck like this, then.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
Don't.
It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now.
Paimon's like, what the fuck's going on?
Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Oh, so you can turn it off? That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again.
Do it.
No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
I want to know all your thoughts. Let me know your wet dreams about me. Sorry, Paimon. We're having a private conversation that isn't nearly as lewd as I'm implying it is. Alright, between 8 and 12. I imagine was it Akari or Akira? It was Akira, because Kiki. I imagine Akira's hearing my lewd jokes and going, what the fuck is wrong with this man? Everything. Everything is wrong with me. You've chosen a horrible person to watch tonight. I apologize. This is your fate now. You brought it upon yourself. Your fate's almost done, Doke. I think we're at the end of the quest. Give the stroll to the chief. Alright. That means we want to go to the underground area. By the way, I have no clue what those smileys mean. I'm too visually impaired to know what they even are.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of...
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Oops, I accidentally pressed the button. My controller has buttons on the back, so it's very easy for me to accidentally press shit. Ah, that last smiley was an ooh-woo. Got it. Guess that means you're okay with me being a degenerate.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
And I got bonked. I feel like that should be considered a crime to bonk your king, but I won't kill you yet.
I see.
Hold up, I've learned how to see the things I've missed. Never mind, I can't see the things I've missed. I'm not allowed to.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a die derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
I just share my memories personally.
Please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing.
Of course it was.
We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Baram. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
So another thought has come to mind. So this all happened because someone from Fontaine came to Natlan and started spreading rumors. But before this point, Natlan's borders were closed, right? So what would have happened if I did this quest before finishing the Natlan Archon quest? Would he still be here? Would they have added some line about him sneaking in? Was I just wrong and Natlan's borders weren't closed? Like, what would have changed if I didn't finish the story and cause Natlanians to go out throughout the world?
Ah, Natlan's victory against the Abyss. Very fitting for a scroll like this.
I wonder how long until Elder Talapo chooses the next appointed.
Speaking of Elder Talapo, I heard he went missing yesterday. Do you know what happened?
Elder Talapo works in mysterious ways. The meaning of his departure will become clear in time, but for now, we cannot hope to fathom it.
Was that the only extra dialogue? Yeah, it's the only extra dialogue. I don't see any other word bubbles. Explain the situation to Citlali Pop. It looks like she's up top.
You told him everything, right?
Yep.
We left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Baram deserves something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
Good. You really should care more about your tribe, woman.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
I mean, why would he be? Dude did nothing wrong.
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh. Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
He has a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Drinking. The plans are drinking.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Alea conducts a thorough interview, only leaving Citlali when finally runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
I have to go to Inazuma. Chill.
When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person. But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Uh-huh.
Of course. We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can.
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Did she just give me her fucking key? We're in, boys!
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
The truth of the Battle of Seven Colors. Does that really mean I can just enter her fucking house now?
Let's ride. Full throttle.
Yep, we can just enter Citlali's house now. If I didn't already own Citlali, I'd probably come in here to wish for her. There isn't much of interest to find in her house. We got some beakers, we got a table that she probably eats at, we got her pillow, a bunch of flowers as decoration, hanging vials, hanging plushies, I think? A vase, a pillow and a vase, a lamp. I guess this is where she, like, writes her papers. She has a lot of these damn pillows. Some pots, some scrolls, some books, a desk with multiple little novels on it. I'm guessing this is Citlali's bedroom, and this is probably like her kitchen or something. Alright. Well, we're at the end of this. Actually, you know what? Let's not do this as Movwika. Let's do this Citlali. We're at the end of the stream now, so it's time for first things first. Our pulls for the night. I'm going to save my intertwined fates for later, since I have the two characters, and I sure as fuck don't have enough shit to get the weapon. So let's just do another 10 pull on the stand-up bar in order to end off tonight. Only a 4-star. Can we get a 4-star I don't already have, though? Nope, I already had Gaming. I am still very much waiting for a Kave to finally grace my pulls. I see words. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, friends. Don't leave yet, though. I still have to chill at you. Also, we should probably try to raid somebody. Alright, we now have Gaming at C2. The fuck was that sound? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Once I enjoyed, made it for you all. If you enjoyed and want to see more of my content, you can find me at youtube.com/KingD353. Again, that's youtube.com/KingD353. When I'm not re-uploading streams, I'm uploading episodes of Persona 5 Royal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Also, if you want to... Also, if you feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation's appreciated, and for as little as $1, you can support me. Finally, if you want to hang out and do a little bit more than just watching my content, you can join my Discord. If you're watching this on YouTube, you will find a link in the description down below. If you're watching this on stream, however, the link is being posted right now. Once you're there, we'll be able to chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow, and I will see all you beautiful people later. Deuces, Kingdom. Now, let's see what victim we can raid. Alright, priority always goes to V Rhapsodia. But as per usual, no one's really... Wait. Someone did stream after me, but they started streaming like 2 hours ago. Would they still be active? Let's see. That's a YouTube stream. I can't raid a YouTube stream. That's not how raiding works. So let's see if we can find a Twitch stream. Any streamers here? No streamers here. Any streamers here? Nope. Nope. And... Can I just skip to the bottom, please? Nope. Finally, anyone here? Alright, so this is technically not how raids are supposed to work, but since there's no Twitch streams for us to raid, I'm just gonna give you guys a YouTube link to follow. That cool? Invade my coworker and tell him King D353 sent ya. Have a nice night.